Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel Man United 90. If you have not subscribed until yet, please go ahead, share, like and subscribe my channel. This is a new channel in which I do talk a lot about Manchester United and all the stuff regarding the club. So after the hype of Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to Manchester United, it hasn't sunk in yet. To be honest, still, um, my YouTube history shows countless videos of Cristiano Ronaldo goals, most shocking goals, most amazing moments, Champions League goals. And, I've just been drooling on the idea that all those goals that he has scored previously for Real Madrid and or Juventus, he'll be doing the same thing for Manchester United as well. So this video is basically a post-match reaction to our 1-0 win against Wolves. Now, if you guys watched the game, there's no doubt about the fact that Wolves had, I think, a dozen chances at least to win the game. Sorry about that. But the fact is, they never took any of their chances. First half was pretty hard to watch. Fred kept giving the ball away. Simple passes. It seemed like even Pogba and Van Bissaka were throwing away easy passes. And just all around, it was just not a good enough performance. And Wolves, even every time that they had the ball, every counter attack, it seemed like they were going to score. But they never did. Trincao had, I think, 2 amazing opportunities in the first half. I think one in the first half, one in the second half actually, and he easy goals. At any other day, he might have put them in the back of the net, and he didn't. Second half, Saiss, the defender, had amazing chance, but the save from David De Gea was even better, and I'll get to the goalkeeper issue soon in this video, because if you've been watching my previous videos, I have been highly critical of our goalkeepers at the club. But first half, like I said, I don't remember us creating any good chance. Or as a matter of fact, the whole game, I don't think we created any chance. There was that one offside that Bruno scored, but he was well offside. But really, it was a really tough game. It was a really hard game. It's obvious that we lack creativity in the midfield. That is obvious, but at the same time, I'm not going to dwell too much on that, because I think even if we had any other player apart from Fred in that midfield, the game would not have been too different, to be honest. That's what I think. Just because it was one of those tough games, and Premier League is like that. They were on to us every time we had the ball. The whole Wolves team were on to us, and even if we had Neves in our team or Saul, I don't think there would have been much of a difference in that game. It was meant to be a smash and grab, and I'm really happy that we are a team that took our chances when it came. Last season or a couple of seasons ago, I think we would have easily either lost this game, or we would not have gone away with all 3 points. But I think that the team we have right now, it's pretty solid. As you saw, Varane and Harry Maguire, they had a decent game. Varane looked really good. Like Ole mentioned, he looked like a class player, very calm, composed. He knew what he was doing. Every time a player came to him, it was a one-on-one or it was a counter attack from Wolves, it seemed like Varane anticipated everything. and that is, you can't put a price on that. That is just amazing, and we are amazingly lucky to have a defender who anticipates what's going to happen, and that is exactly what Varane. If you see the game again and see every counter attack that Wolves had, and you just focus on Varane's positioning, apart from the fact of a couple of points where he was not in the box because I think a couple of counter attacks that Wolves had came from our corner. So Varane was pretty much running back to the box. But all the other times that Wolves were attacking and Varane and Maguire were in the box, you can see his movement. He anticipated all of their attacks. That first chance that Wolves had where Adama Traore was running towards him, you can see Varane never went in, never committed himself to Adama Traore, never went in for a tackle. He just, he anticipated that Traore is not going to go ahead and shoot. He anticipated the fact that, he ended up, passing the ball, and at one point he was, pointing towards Maguire to, cover that player because that's what's going to happen. So I think, Varane had a pretty amazing debut, even if he didn't provide an assist from Mason Greenwood. It still would have been an amazing debut. His assist was just an icing on the cake. I think Varane is going to get better, and hopefully, the partnership between him and Maguire grows, and it'll be. This might be the signing of the season. Anyway, moving on from that, this game, yes, like everyone has already mentioned, it was a smash and grab, and the fact is, Wolves had more chances and they never took their chances. We had one chance and we took our chance. And what a player Mason Greenwood is. A special player. And it is, it is a fact that even if Cristiano comes, that doesn't mean we'll have to sacrifice Mason Greenwood. I think, Mason Greenwood is supposed to be an out-and-out striker. But boy, he can do damage from the right hand side. If you guys remember last season, Ole mentioned that if Mason wants to be a number 9, he needs to work on his headers, and I think that is still lacking from his game. So, and with Cristiano coming into our team, what an example to learn from. I mean, I don't think there is a better header of the ball in the world than Cristiano. Really isn't. And for Mason to learn from him would be just great. I think we've already seen him learn from Cavani for his movement. In Leeds game and then today as well was pretty good. It seemed like he has improved a lot. So with Cristiano he can improve on his heading and he can be a number 9. But right now, I think Greenwood is a player that is becoming really undroppable. He has to play. Other than that, Jadon Sancho had a quiet game, which is understandable. It was his first ever game that he started in the Premier League. First ever start in the Premier League is what I was trying to say. It was his first ever start in the Premier League. And he's had his experience in Germany. And Premier League is just another animal. And on top of it, coming on and doing his first start against this kind of game, it's tough. So he'll need a couple of more games to adjust, I think. But, there were times when he was on the ball, he was doing stuff that, was like, wow. You can see the quality is there. He really just needs to get adjusted, and he'll come good, no doubt about that. I'm not worried about Jadon Sancho one bit. It was a hard, tough game. Like I said, I'm not going to criticize Fred a lot, just because I don't think any other midfielder would have enjoyed this game. I don't think any other midfielder would have made us win this game 2-0, 3-0. Scores might not have been different. I know Fred. You can argue Fred lacks quality on the ball, but this was not the game to criticize him. Any defender, or midfielder in his place would have struggled. That's just the kind of game it was today, and I'm really happy that we grafted and we hustled through the match. Obviously, we were lucky, and you need luck, but I'm a believer where you make your own luck, and I think the way we were set up, the vibe around the team, when they scored the goal at the end of the whistle. I know it's all rosy when you're winning and you can see the positive, but I felt like the mindset of the team was good. So it wasn't a game where I thought they should have tried harder. Where I felt that against Southampton they could have, but this game, no complaints. Really happy with the 1-0 win. I know in my last video against the post-match reaction after the Southampton draw, I said we need a reaction, and I guess I underestimated how good Wolves are, because they have played 3 games and they have lost 3 games, but it does not tell the whole story. That Wolves team looked really good. They were really fluid. Their passing was really fluid. Their movement off the ball was on point. Whenever we had the ball, they were intercepting almost everything. So it was a tough game, and 1-0 win was a good enough of a reaction for me to say, we can move on from this. Again, 7 points from 3 games is pretty decent. We have not lost yet, so Chelsea have the same amount of points. Man City have a point less than us. Liverpool have the same points. I think West Ham have won 3. Oh, Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham are doing pretty good, surprisingly. But we'll see what happens with Tottenham. It's a long season, and I'm not even looking at the league table just yet. I wanted to talk about Paul Pogba as well. I think first half he struggled. Second half, Paul Pogba, I think, had a really good game. Yes, he was not in his usual attacking position that we saw against Southampton and Leeds. Basically, more like Leeds. He had more of a deeper role with Fred, and it seemed like he was struggling, but that's just because we expect so much of Pogba. But to be honest, if you see the game, let's just forget first half, because every player struggled in the first half. If you look at second half, I think Pogba had a good game. He was trying his best to make things happen. Some of his passes over the top were amazing. So Pogba, I think, I had no issue of seeing Pogba playing where he was playing today. And that's also because I don't think we will see Pogba a lot on the left. Maybe, it'll be 50-50, but just because, when Rashford comes back, and if you have Rashford, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Jadon Sancho, all of these attacking players, sometimes you would have to, make sure or sacrifice Pogba to play a little more of a deeper role where he's more of a dynamic midfielder. So, I was happy with Pogba's performance. I think Bruno was quiet. In these sort of hustle games where you have to hustle a lot, Bruno does tend to go quiet. But my God, that offside goal, what a finish. No doubt about that. His quality is always there. So yeah, I think 1-0 win, really happy for it. We have the international break. We can all just, impatiently wait for Cristiano Ronaldo to be announced officially. I think I just read somewhere on Twitter that his medicals has already been completed, finished, all done. Paperwork's to be finished now. So by Tuesday, I was hearing Manchester United official store were saying that they're not going to sell Cristiano Ronaldo shirts until Tuesday. So it means by Tuesday it should be all settled. His number be announced. It's still a lot of confusion what number he will wear. A lot of reports still saying that he might still end up with the number 7. There might be a loophole that Man United can find with the Premier League where they're able to change his shirt number. But we'll see. It does feel awkward for him to not wear the number 7, but I'm not complaining. That's the least of my worries. I'm just happy that Ronaldo is back. And we play on September 11th, Newcastle. Obviously I'll do a preview of that match as well. So very excited about that. One point I wanted to touch base on, Graham Souness. What a pillock. I mean, it just baffles me. Time and again he goes all out against Paul Pogba, and no one says anything. I know I watch a lot of Stretford Paddock, and they, maybe credit to them, they don't let it get to themselves. They make it, they just make fun of the guy. But today I was just, it felt personal. That guy, someone needs to talk to him. You really can't go against a player as much as he does against Pogba. It does not make any sense. As a pundit, you are supposed to uphold a level of professionalism, which I know, and maybe I'm asking a lot from a Liverpool player or any pundit. Look at Gary Neville. He tries way too hard to be neutral, and sometimes it just shows. Then you have Graham Souness, where he tries way too hard, to make sure he just batters Pogba every chance that he gets. I don't get it. I think someone needs to talk to him. I know Stratford Paddock has a great amount of listeners. They have a good influence. They should just ask about it. What's happening with that guy? Why are you keep letting him saying things about Pogba? It's getting boring. I would laugh about it, but just now it's just like, what the hell. So yeah, that's something I want to talk about. I don't, it's makes no sense really. Why? Like, get a life, bro. Goalkeepers, right? So in my season preview, and after the Leeds game, I said, if we are in a title race by December or January, it might come down to us having lacking a good goalkeeper. That we might, basically, if we don't win the league, it might be down to our goalkeepers. Because I said I don't really trust them, not really confident in them, Henderson or De Gea. But the last two games, De Gea was really good against Southampton, and today against Wolves, he was fantastic. I could not believe my eyes. The second save he did, from the rebound shot of Wolves defender's size, that might be the save of the season already. That is the De Gea of old. The De Gea that we all loved, that we all remember. The De Gea that we desperately wanted to, stay at Manchester United and not go to Real Madrid. That's the De Gea I saw today. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, but it seems like David has the right frame of mind this season, which I'm surprised, because last 2-3 seasons he's just been lost. And Ole was saying, that he requested to come back to pre-season earlier than he was scheduled to, because he just wanted to be there, wanted to improve. And Ole mentioned, he has been training really well. His mentality has been amazing. Yes, I criticize him, but I can't deny the fact that, he is a quality goalkeeper. He makes mistakes, right? But, even when he was young, his first season, he made a lot of mistakes, but there were flashes of brilliance coming. Like, he would save a brilliant shot and be like, whoa. So he still has that. He is an amazing shot stopper. My worry was, all the other aspects of the game that he needs to work on. That he hasn't been focusing on for the last couple of seasons, like set pieces. If a ball comes, from the opposition half from the top, a long ball. He doesn't attack the ball. He stays on his goal. He wants the attacker to come to him, and then he'll expect to save, and usually he's unable to. Instead of if you look at Peter Schmeichel, or not Peter Schmeichel, his son, Casper Schmeichel, Ederson, Ellison, they all, these long balls are usually, even Edward Mendy from Chelsea, these long balls, they run towards the halfway and they kick the ball out. And I've never seen De Gea do that. But today, he did that on one of the long balls, and I was pretty shocked. So it seems like he is working to get himself to a higher level. He is improving, which is great to see. And if he becomes, or if he improves himself in all these points, set pieces, and attacking, being a sweeper keeper basically, then we don't really need a goalkeeper. He is more than decent to upheld that number one goalkeeper role. So yeah, credit where it's due. I did criticize him, and I'm more than happy that if in the end he proves me wrong, I'm more than happy about that. So that's that. That's this video, post-match reaction video that I wanted to do. I know it's an international break, so it's not like I won't be posting for a while, but there's a video I really wanted to do. It's a Messi versus Ronaldo video where I will basically go over the points, where what I think who's the better player, and just to give you a glimpse. I mean, the fact that Messi plays in the French league, and at this age, Ronaldo is older than him, a couple of years older than him, and he's coming back to the Premier League. That says a lot. So I will do that video. Can't wait for Ronaldo to come back, start for Manchester United against Newcastle, and I'll do a pre-match reaction, or pre-match prediction video of that game. Hopefully by Tuesday Ronaldo is officially announced, and then good things to come. Again, really happy with the 1-0 win. I don't really have a lot of negatives in that game. We'll probably have more of these sort of games in the Premier League, because it's just the level of our league is too high, and sometimes you need to graft a result, which we did today. We had one chance and we took it. That's what we need to be. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching my video. I'm sorry it was a bit long, but I did have a lot of talking points. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you've been watching so far, please subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you until the next one. Take care. Bye.